Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Think I got audio working? You know what I don't have? I don't have music. See? Yeah. Nobody said I knew what I was doing. What do we got here? Hey Jeff. Hey Nick. Hey DJ. How's everybody doing? Glad, yeah, okay, great, everything's working in that case. I don't even know how I forgot the music. Yeah. Is that music? There we go. There we go. I think that's probably about the right volume. So, how's everybody? I've been busy. I've not been busy, but I've been busy. Life's like really busy lately. Most of it's spent in here working, but yeah. But now I've got myself a project. It's gonna. This is not gonna be like my normal, you know, speed build. I don't know if I call it speed build, but I have this tendency to get a kit and then just dive right in and want to finish it as soon as possible. Hey squirrel. So my goal is always. Oh, you went to RepRap. Cool. Yeah, I wish I could do things like that. Yeah, where was I? So yeah, I have this tendency to get myself a printer kit and just dive right in, and I want to finish that thing in like 5 days. Like, there's my cutoff point. If a printer takes me longer than 5 days, I'm not going to do it. But you know, right now, everything I'm at a point where I've got. Let's see here. Does that work? Yeah, that works. Wow, that's colorful. So yeah, I've got multicolor PLA printing. I don't have multicolor ABS or ASA working. I just can't get it to print. It gums up. It just makes a mess of everything. So that's another thing on my list. Trident. Oh, when you send G-code files that are properly done, yeah. Let's just say I've had some problems. I'll go into that after. This is working great, and I even fired up this guy to print some stuff last night, just because I was falling behind. On the other hand, I've actually had some problems with the STL files for this build. I'll go into the details of that later. And it wasted a huge amount of orange filament. So there's no more orange filament. I can't get any more orange filament. So there's going to be a weird color change going on in the middle of this printer. But don't worry about that. Everything should still work the same. We'll be building this printer over, I wouldn't say months, but I'd say it'll be over a month. It's not going to be this race to the end. It's going to be a slow I was going to say tedious. No, it's not going to be tedious. It's going to be a slow progression through all the parts that I have first, and then as other pieces come in, we're gonna work on the rest. But what I'm doing here is I don't know what it is. I'll let you guys decide what this is. I've given it a name. It's that name, wherever that name might be. I think the name might be right there. It's that name, Trihydridex. I think it sounds cool. It sounds like a dinosaur. It's going to be some type of monster. But what this is, and here's some of the parts and pieces that are going into it. What this is a Tridex, Trident frame, Tridex build. So that's the dual tool head Trident. Sorry, brain just doesn't want to do that. So yeah, it's basically the Trident IDEX, independent dual extruders, built on the Trident frame. Simple enough, right? But I'm not doing a Trident bed. I'm gonna do a Hydra bed. The Hydra comes from the Zero G group of designers, and they create the what I was originally going to build, and still may, because of course, you know, this is what has kicked off this build. This is the frame for my Ender 5 Pro. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna build a printer on this. And it got bigger, and it got bigger, and it got wider, it got more tool heads, and then it wouldn't fit this. So I really like the idea of the Hydra bed. The Zero G's Hydra bed, yeah. I like that idea. The idea, and you know, I had that when I was building Trident. I'm like, in my brain, I was saying, you know, I have this little, you know, 3-inch long rail that was for a pen on a drawing machine, so I was thinking, why don't they have like a couple of these things, or even just on the back on Trident, because the front is solid. But again, if it wasn't solid, so that's what was going through my mind. And then I found Hydra, and it was basically exactly what I was looking for. So here we go. We're going to do this. We're going to put a Hydra bed. It's going to be a small bed in a huge printer because, of course, only one printhead can print at a time, and the other one needs to be parked somewhere. So we're basically building a 350 frame Trident with a 250 by 250 build plate. Actually, I believe I'm just going to order the same build plate that I ordered for the Legacy. Now, I know you could easily go deeper because you're losing depth, you're losing width. But the more and more I thought about that and thought, okay, now I have to get different sized heaters. I've got to get, you know, a rectangular plate. And the more I thought about it, no, I'm not going to do it. So basically, we're going to end up with a slight redesign of Hydra. Not in a lot of ways, but a slight redesign of Hydra. It was, of course, accredited to them. All I'm doing is moving some angles and stuff like that. But the other big change is going to be the motors on the Tridex portion of this build. The Trident motor, you know, the XY drive. Tridex uses NEMA 14 motors. NEMA 14 motors, I went to buy them. I was like, oh yeah, I'm right in on this. I'm gonna go buy 4 NEMA 14 motors, because the way they work is there's one set of motors that drives basically the Y. There's 2 end stops. So the printer will back into the end stops. And I know everybody here has probably seen Steve's stream anyway, so most of you know this. But yeah, it backs into the end stops, and then that gives it its level X gantry. So on the Y then, we've got 2 motors, and then the A and B motors, we're going to call them A and B because they're truly not, well, they're tool head 1, tool head 2 motors, basically. And they work in combination with the X. So it's kind of a crazy system to wrap your head around. Yes, core X, X, Y, Y. Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of a crazy system because Y relies only upon the motors. But any X movement of either tool head relies upon Y and yeah, okay, so yeah. Yeah. Sorry, my brain just doesn't want to wrap itself around that. It's just kind of a crazy motion system. Because, yeah, okay, I'm going to stop thinking about it. So, I don't want to spend $70 on each, because when I went to buy the motors, they were $70 a piece. I know that's Canadian, so it's not like real money, but it is real money to me. So I decided that, yeah, I don't want NEMA 14s on here. I'm gonna see if I can put NEMA 17s on here. So yesterday, I modeled up. I manipulated, because everybody knows that I can't model anything in 3D modeling software. But I've got a NEMA, what I think is an equivalent NEMA 17 version of, yeah. The more people ask me if I'm still using Blender, the worse I feel about it. You know, I can't say that I'm only using Blender. I did start trying to learn Onshape. I've had Fusion, whatever it is, installed on my machine for ages. So long that they've revoked my license and I have to go renew it. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, Onshape. So I've been using Onshape to model very simple things. But for me to take the old versions of this and try to, extend the front out, these are deeper, and do all that, that isn't gonna happen. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. So I decided I would throw it all in Blender, import it all. I can slap the motors in there. I know where everything is. The adjustment I made, and I should switch over here. The adjustment I made was I expanded the motor attachment around the center of this, so nothing around here has changed. When I went to do that around this motor, the motor stuck into the back too far. So it was then discovered that what I needed to do was to move this whole thing forward. So the whole motor mount, everything has been shifted forward 2.5 millimeters. Yes, literally 2.5 millimeters. So now that's flush against the back, and then the Trident mount, the gantry mount, just goes in here and here. But as that had to move out, so did all of this on all the parts. So basically, what do you do? Do you take it into Onshape and spend the next week going through, or do you import them all in Blender, build them all up how they're going to actually stack, grab the front, drag it forward, boom, done. So I went with plan B. B is for Blender. And it took me basically, I'm not, don't get me wrong here. I should say this first. Disclaimer, somebody who knew what they were doing in one of these 3D pieces of software would be able to do this no problem. I don't. So I use Blender, and that's what I did. So yeah, this was done in Blender. It works. Well, another disclaimer. We're going to find out if it works. Take a little bit of Y space with the bigger motors. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's a big printer. This is not going to matter. That's the other thing. Of course, the 214 is also stuck down, like down the bottom. 14, 14. So me, I'm like, yeah, there's not enough room. They overlap. So I don't want to model moving this motor over because it would mess with everything. So I decided, like, okay, yeah, I'm going to take the whole motor and flip it on the top. It's a Trident. It's got lots of room, right? Well, I guess we're going to find out. So that's the whole thing here. We're going to learn a lot. I'm going to learn a lot. On other parts fronts, what I've got so far is I've got the Y rails, the X rails with 2 carriages, all greased up. Well, I think that needs some grease. This one seems fine. We've got, display. We've got the tech. That's all here. I don't have the motors yet. I have what I think are going to be, well, no, okay. So these will be the Z motors. The XXYY motors, they're going to be here on Thursday. So I'm just going to swap in these motors for now, and I'll swap them out after. So we will be able to build a full frame here. Oh, minus a few pieces. So I've got, when I built this, the Trident was what I was banging on there out of sight, this. When I built the Trident, I didn't use the frame that came with it. That's still sitting in a box. I have that box. It's actually this box right here. No, it's not actually. This is probably an LDO frame. Yeah, that's an LDO frame kit. Okay, never mind. This was the box that frame came in. So yeah, I had almost everything except for 2 pieces, which I cut to build the Legacy, which was kind of dumb because I could have cut these. What was the missing 5.3%? $94.7% came up somewhere. Did I type that in the yeah, okay. Yeah, so these are the missing pieces. So I'm gonna have to take these. So everybody knows I moved recently. I live here now, in a less versatile place, but a bigger place. Yeah, yeah. So I probably took the number of pieces in the frame and did some math, and that's what I came up with. So yeah, there's a couple pieces missing, but I have the extrusions to cut them. The problem, of course, is I moved my saw 250 kilometers away. Hey, Zex. So yeah, the saw is 250 kilometers away. And maybe I'll go out and cut this stuff. Yeah, I probably just made it up, Nick. Yeah, I posted that, what, at like 1:30 last night? 1:30 in the morning? I'm like, make thumbnail, get ready for stream type stuff out. I should have had ChatGPT write it. Damn, missed opportunity. Let's see if I can get this thing to be live. Okay, there we go. Now I'm live. Okay. So yeah, what else? What else do we got here? I've got, you know, a couple things. Lead screws. Okay, so. You know, like, I have it all. Why should I buy, you know, it was the same thing with the NEMA 14 motors. I was like, okay, let's go put some NEMA 14 motors in the cart. Okay, $240, eh? That's a lot of money for motors. Okay, well, we'll come back to that later. Okay, let me go find some motors with integrated lead screws. Oh, $210, eh? Yeah, no. So I have lead screws, I have couplers, I have motors. So we're using them. I feel like I'm cheating, but whatever. I'm using them. I've got bearings. I've got tons of this stuff. We got no problem with finding any of this stuff. I have a power supply. So what do we have here? We've got a 24 volt, 6 amp power supply that was in the Ender 5. So, I don't know. I'll check it out. I'll think about it. I've got my switch, or my power switch. We're gonna go with a full a 120 volt power supply. Going to build the Zero. Oh yeah, see, that's another thing I've got sitting around. I was thinking about that too. Yeah, that's been sitting in my part. Yeah, there we go. That's it. Start losing pieces. So I've had a V0 kit lying there too. But I don't know. I use that so little. I've only ever printed toys with it. But hey, that's just me. Try zeros, yeah. But yeah, I think having that mechanism in that size would be Like, oh yeah, I don't know. Obviously, it's a done deal. People have done it. Me, I couldn't think of putting this in there, so I just went bigger. So we ended up getting rid of the Ender 5 frame. Okay. So yeah, I guess that's basically where we are right now. We've got all these parts. You know what decisions I've made to get to where we are. So I think I should just start building a frame. There's no reason to hold back, other than all this stuff is in my way. I have a solution for that. So yeah, that's going to be this build. Now, depending on how fast things come in and stuff like that, I do have another project on the go as well, and that's the Enraged Rabbit carrot feeder. So the plan for the Enraged Rabbit, of course, is to use the Happy Hair software. Of course. What else would you do, right? No, but that's the plan. So I'm gonna stream that. The other thing that's gone on, of course, is the Clipper's been all, well, not Clipper, but mainsail. The mainsail install has been all flipped upside down, and all the config files are in different places. So I really need to work on a new video for the backup. Like, I mean, not a live stream, like a real video. So that's another thing that I'm working on. Baby legacy printer. 6mm RAM. Wow. Yeah, I again, well, my legacy is my favorite printer. Oh, the motors that are going on this thing's gonna be a beast too. I'm putting the same 2-amp motors on this thing that I put on legacy. So, well, we'll see how that goes. Okay. So what I have here was better before. There we go. So I have in my possession, where's the other one? Where is the other one? Here it is. I have the 4 uprights, top, bottom, front, back. We've got the bottom, we have the bottom frame. I've got the gantry frame sides. I've got the gantry frame back, and then there's the Z upright. So the things, like I've got a bunch of smaller pieces lying around. I believe these are the front and back, or left and right frame pieces. And I think this must be the cross piece for the, Yeah, okay. So yeah, this is the cross piece for the Z, which we're not using. Okay, that's the pieces we're gonna keep. All of the cross piece and the back piece for the whole bed support is gone. Those will be sitting on little arms with little tiny 9 mil by 100 millimeter linear rails. Crazy stuff. This out of the way. We don't need that right now. So I haven't done this in a long time. I'm not going to be squaring this on this table. We're going to be putting it together roughly, and I'm going to have to take it out into the other room. And there's the table out there has one of those super thick Viva desktop pieces. So I'm going to put it. I'm going to square it on there. But I'll do that off stream. That way, if I get really frustrated. Okay, let's get to it. I'm hoping I have enough stuff, and I should find my tap, because you never know. Well, yeah, you probably do know. It's a frame made in China, so I can almost guarantee that that I'm going to have to do something to it. Okay, there they are. And those over there. Okay. Move all this over here, swap this. Okay, those are the top pieces. Completely disorganized. Not really disorganized. More, yeah, brain disorganized. So these are the same blind joints as the regular build. Nothing's changed really. This is exactly the same frame that I'm sure we've all built. And we're just going to find out which ones need to be rethreaded. What are Tridents at anyway? Like, I was really surprised. Like, what do I have? Mine is, I think I'd put a number on it, but I think I don't know where those went. 783. Mine is 783. $800 from October, so yeah, that's 17 after this one. When I was going back and watching the IDEX build, when they were saying they should have a separate serial number for it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm in agreement. It's like, how many do you think there are? There's like about 20. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in agreement. Separate serial number. I want a like under 30 serial number. That would be awesome. And then go get a Zero G serial number for the bed. I don't know if there is such a thing. Though, you know, I'm pretty happy with the Legacy. Actually, every time I look at it, I'm like, yeah. Again, it's totally one of my favorite printers, which is kind of weird when it's made with like rails and stuff. But hey, the fastest printers around these days, consumer printers, are made with not rails but rods. So, you know, who am I to judge? Oh yeah, I'm that judgy guy. Hey, Bert. Oh, you were there as well. So you guys got to see the 24, the Voron 24, actually in person, and I was only able to see it on video. That's fine. That's cool. I guess you're a lot closer than I am. Driving. Saw it printing. Awesome. Voron 24R2 when they come out. Yeah, I saw, you know, so we're not gonna have a classic, this is not gonna have the normal thing with all the electronics in the bottom. Wah, wah, wah. What I'm going to do, because it needs multiple $3,000 bomb. Yeah. Because it has, what was I saying? Because it has multiple tool heads. I was thinking of looking at the back and basically printing a backpack like the 2.4 the 24 has, not the 2.4. The 2.4 doesn't have a backpack, but the Voron 24 does. So that's what I was thinking, was to have everything on the back, because one thing that just like really that's been the whole, that, like, you know what I've done to my Trident, you know what I've done to my 2.4. I've done that because I hate having to flip a printer on its back in order to do things with it. Now that's still the case with the switch wire and the excuse me, and not the switch wire, the other switch wire, the ender switch wire. That's the word I'm looking for. Ender is the word we're looking for. Okay, I don't know if I like that, but I'm not going to tighten it so much that it matters. Ender wire, yes. I went looking for another Ender 3 the other day. I went to Kijiji, Winnipeg, and looked up Ender 3 to see, is anybody selling an Ender 3 on Kijiji? Now Kijiji is like a sell-all, like Craigslist, but it's a Canadian thing, I'm pretty sure. It may be across the States by now, but who knows, it depends. Oh yeah, switch wire red and switch wire orange. That's actually what they're called on the thing. I didn't want Ender in there at all because that's so misleading, because basically we recovered the extrusions from an Ender is basically how that printer works. It depends on how far you go, but you know, I went as far as that. Here's the motors, the Creality motors that I didn't even put in there. I put, strangely enough, Tronxy motors on. But they were 2-amp motors, so there was a reason for it. I wasn't just making crap up. So yeah, there we go. We've got bottom frame. Now, what do we want? Do I want to put these on first? And then these? I don't think it matters. I'm quite surprised with this frame. The last frame from China, the taps were awful. Voron serial follows the frame. Yeah, I would say so. That would be the logical thing. I'm gonna catch up here. Yeah, I'm not using these on anything. This is I don't know. It's a placeholder for real motors. I shouldn't say that. But I'm gonna. What I will say is the stepper online motors, the 2-amp stepper online motors are awesome. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Oh, crap! That thing's heated up. Okay, so I need to I need to start a print. I forgot to print the mounts for the mounting thing. Trident, STLs. What are we looking at here? We're looking at the... No, it's not Tridex, it's Trident. It's the Trident parts I need. Z assembly. Rear extrusion bracket left and rear extrusion bracket right. That's what we need. Printer's all heated up and ready to go too. It's been heated up for like 20 minutes. I don't think we really need to shift those around. Voron 2. No, not Voron 2. Trident. Trident. Print. Print! "51 minutes. Oh yeah, I guess they're pretty chunky. Okay, whatever. 51 minutes. Okay, we got frame building to do. I wanted to see how high this was. Okay. Again, we're gonna put this in, and then I'm gonna have to go look up how the frame gets laid out, or measure it somehow. Stepper on lines. I don't know what I ordered. Shipped. Whatever it was, they shipped it. But whatever. I got, there was 5 motors for 80 bucks. So $10 more than a single NEMA 14. What are they? Stepper online. That's the ones. 2004 S1. Yeah. Those are their 2 amp NEMA 17s. With yeah. So they've been really good motors on the Legacy. They've been awesome on the Legacy. I think that's one of the reasons the Legacy is my favorite printer. Yeah, okay, so I have 5 of those coming. I'll be using 4 of them for the XXYY on this. So this thing's going to be a beast. And you know, maybe this is where I should use up a Creality motors, because I've got them lying all over the damn place. For the Z. Then again, I got all these 2 trees motors. I don't know what the 2 trees motors are like though. Kuman motors? '17 HD for 8002H. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. So that's what what do you mean I'm a printer builder? I'm not a printer builder. I'm a Creality motor collector. Yeah, we're all got buckets of motors, I'm guessing. Well, in my case, buckets. Oh, that's not gonna work, dummy. There we go. Loosen screw first, because after doesn't work. Okay, so we need to get these to the right height. And it doesn't need to be the right height, now does it? It just needs to be the same height. Ah, there it is. Yeah, you know, yeah. I do need to build something with the spare parts, exactly. Oh, I'm not really trying to measure anything, I'm just trying to get something So yeah, then what I am going to do then is I will use these 2 trees motors for the bottom, for the Z. And they're what the hell are they? 17HS4 4015. They're just junk motors, you know, I know. There's nothing special about them. But they'll work. I just had a thought. Thinky, thinky, thinky. I should have put the rails on first. Oh, well, that would mean I'd have to take out these 4 bolts that I'm about to loosen and retighten. So we'll put the rails on after. We'll just flip it upside down. So yeah, I'm realizing now that I'm building a Trident. Whoa. With no instructions, just off the top of my head. This is bound to go wrong. And not only that, it's not just a Trident. It's a Tridex. We're in for some fun. Of course, I do realize that I should probably tighten that bottom part. The lot. Oh, tighten that where it is. The last thing I need is another printer. But, you know. I don't know. Wow, it looks like my socks are glowing. Weird. They're nowhere near that color. I don't. Sorry. Cameras and their white balance. It just makes shit up, I tell you. Okay, there we go. There's a roughly assembled frame, except for these here and here, which are measured. They're measured. So the other 2 pieces. Oh no. What are you doing? What are you doing, printer? What are you doing? Execute move too long? And you figure the best bet there was just, why is that a thing? What is going on? Execute move too long. So it did that. That says bad G code to me, but and just stop printing. So what's going on? Why is this a thing now? Like I said, it happened the other day too. No idea what's going on there. I can guarantee if I go into the G code, there's no extrusion. What I think is going on is, for some reason, the 5-volt power supply is unable to provide enough power to the Pi in order for the Pi to work properly. That's my guess, and that's why I'm getting these errors. I can't make any guarantees. There's no evidence that this is what's happening. What I thought was going on, maybe I'll do the back one here. You guys can't see this, but whatever, it's on the back. It's going on the back. What I thought was happening was the Hydra files. So remember I said all my orange filament's gone. That's where all my orange filament went. Into printing layer, you know, most of this, some of this, most of all three of them. But hey, nice boy. Yeah, my 5-volt PSU. It's a Meanwell. It's the one they get with all the Vorons. It's one of them. So again, I'm not sure. Okay, so this is gonna hold this all this. Okay, yeah. I know what I'm doing. Yeah. So I haven't had any problems except recently with Trident. Maybe I'm an idiot and really it's just running too hot, and I don't usually run the cooling fans on it. Maybe I should turn it on. Where are my fans? Where are my fans at? That's too loud. Okay, I run a cooling fan. We see what happens. Because yeah, it could be overheating too. That's another possibility. Didn't stop it. So I've only built one machine that uses a buck converter. What uses a buck converter? I'm trying to think of. Oh no, the Legacy is powered off the board, off one of the 5 volts. Yeah, I got two 6025s on that. Yeah, the Pi's going down. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But yeah, but it had been going all day again. It had printed a whole bunch of other stuff. And then I started throwing the Hydra parts at it. And it started to fail. But there's also, and you know, I don't know if it makes a difference, but I imported the Hydra files into Blender and did the 3D print analysis tool thing I have on it. And it said there were, on like the left front thing, it said there were 8,300 non-faces. Like, okay, I don't know what a non-face is, and that just sounds bad. E0.1. Oh yeah, see that's Nick. That's what I did on the Trident, or the Trident, the Tronxy 330 build that I did for my buddy there. That old Tronxy Pro that I had, I completely gutted it and basically wrapped it around an SKR2 board with a Raspberry Pi and I powered it off a buck converter, and I hooked it up to the 2 of the power pins on the thing. At first I had it hooked up to a USB thing, but it kept on, I don't know, was it rebooting? It was doing something funny. So yeah, I changed it. Okay, so we got this. What do we need to do? Do we need to start thinking about these things? The motors, let's see if these things are gonna fit. That's the wrong side. So no, not gonna fit. It was upside down and on the wrong side. Actually, no, it was just upside down. Okay, it looks like it fits. This is just so awkward. There we go. It looks like it fits. Now, I still have to put bearings and stuff in it. We gotta do the 2 bearing stacks. There's one in the corner here and one here. A single bearing there. But yeah. I think this may work. Cool. Let's build a couple of drive motor sets, or drive motors. Move the frame. Oh, here we go again. Move the frame up, move the frame down, move the frame up, move the frame down. That's what we're gonna do for the next month. Voltage drop off. Yeah, see, I used, I think on one, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. With the buck converter, I turned it up to about 0.2 volts above what it was supposed to be, and I stopped getting any messages and everything just started to work. So I was happy with the buck converter, and that was on I think that's a 24 volt that was on there. Okay, I need those, we need these. I need this. So this was not a decision that I wanted to make. It's actually kind of made me feel bad about this whole build in a way, but because of all that orange I threw out yesterday, it's going to be 2 colors. 3 colors, sorry. I don't know what the 3rd color is yet. I'm thinking purple. So we got some what are they? 625s? I need the spacers. They are, no, we're gonna need these. Here we go. Now, is it these? Okay, we're gonna have to check that. I need to check the bomb to see how thick the shim should be. If they're 0.5 or they're 1 millimeter. Voron design. Printers, Trident. Configurator. Line joints. 350. Not like any of that matters. One millimeter. Gotta get that right. Okay, so we need 30 millimeter bolts. So we need a couple of these. Why are these all scratched up? And so I've had to do some stuff to make everything all work. And I might have to do something there to make all that work. But basically, because everything's flipped from top to bottom, and I did not realize that this was threaded on this side, I need to basically thread this in and then slide the bearings and shims onto it. It's not right. So I want to make sure that's going in straight. I might have to take this apart. I'm still probably gonna have to take it apart. Yeah, I need to take it apart. Quiet realization, well, not exactly quiet, but So there's some pretty tight spaces in this build, in this motor. Yeah, the orange and purple are fine, I think. Orange, purple, black. I think it'll be okay. The purple, though, is ASA. Isn't the purple ASA? Where's the purple? Where purple? I don't know. Or just more gray. That's the other option. I'll just put more gray on it. Okay, so here we go. Let's get this through here. That goes on there like that. This, on the other hand, will drop through there like that. So, shim. Now, I did find out why. Okay, so if you look at these bearings, they're different than what we're used to seeing. They usually have a black plastic ring in there. Might be slightly quieter, but these are still the same thing, all in all. Same size, same width, same bearings inside. It's just what the seal on the side is made with. Whoa, crap. Why were you not thinking of that? It's gonna go on sideways. Yes. Yes, they are. Because they were so much cheaper at the time, because nobody was buying them. That's why I got them. I bought the other ones as well. So both options are here. I just choose to use these because they are dirt cheap right now. Well, I don't know if right now, but they were when I bought them. Okay, so there we go. There's our our screws falling out. Now we got to remount this motor. Again, this motor mount is temporary. I will be swapping these out for stepper online motors. It looks like it's on Thursday. 1 second. Mike, is somebody out there on a lawnmower? It almost sounds like it. It's like a freaking 3 degrees out there. It snowed 2 days ago. Sorry. Yeah. It snowed 2 days ago. Rubber seal. Yeah, they're quieter. It's not like anything can get in here once you have the bearings on there anyway, but whatever. So there we go. That is a motor setup. The switches we'll have to pull and wire up. But again, that'll wait until, you know, until after. No, it won't. It won't. It needs to be done now. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna have to wire up the switches right now too. Yeah, that would be awesome. So a 2.4 tool changer, and the mechanism that holds it is the tap rail. So where does it store the heads? On the front of the printer? Like up top? You can go up and pick them up, or did they flip everything around and have the? Because that's one thing I've seen. Okay, I'll have to check that out. That's one thing I've seen is a lot of the tool changer printers basically flip the belt to the other side. Okay, so that's one tool head. We'll build the other tool head. Maybe I should throw some gears on that. Maybe I should have thrown a gear on that while I was building it. There it is. No, at least this is easy. Align it with the top of the plastic. I read all the instructions last night. Okay, so there's our Y1. Oh. So that is really difficult. I mean, like, I don't like the way that rolls. It's there's no way to tighten the motor, tighten the gear. And they sealed all that in with a nice Voron logo. So yeah, you can't get in there at all. It's closed right up. Okay. So what I need here, it's about there. We'll check it, of course. Would be nice if it was actually lined up. Where is the flat? There's the flat. I need a better camera. So we're doing this just by like hand. We're hand aligning our It's trying to move as I'm tightening it. It moved. There we go. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Tighten that. Take that out. No. Don't put Loctite on them. Don't put Loctite on them. When the motors come in on Thursday, and I have to put this back on and remeasure it. That's when I put Loctite on. So I haven't built anything with tap. I should put tap on something. I literally have Klicky on every single printer though. So it's not like I'm still using an inductive probe. Inductive probes. Sorry. Oh, you're not talking tap, you're talking like as in Voron tap. Where are you? Okay, so that's that. That's got all the gears, all the wheels and doohickeys and thingamabobs that are in the requirements. So now, do it again, but backwards. Standing on your head. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not standing on your head. That would be silly. Okay. That's the top. So what we need to assemble first is actually this. One of the screws is underneath the other thing. Yes, it's not very accessible. Not very accessible at all. Yeah. It's actually 6 degrees out there. But there's somebody cutting the grass. Which to me is insane. Oh. I was gonna say, I guess I don't have to pay for it, but yeah, they're cutting it on the... I am paying for it. It's all tied into my rent. That's a really long screw. That seems too long. Where are they going with this? I don't think anybody asked for that. Oh, there we go. No, that's not. Yeah. Yeah. See, this one seems to be such a better, like, I don't understand how, like, but I was saying this seems to be not a better print, but like the screws fit better. One's exactly the opposite of the other. There's no difference between the hardware here, other than these things, which are mirrors. Okay, so we're going to take a motor thingy, a gear. Now, you know what? We'll use the Creality thing on this one. So that works well. All the screws go in. And as everybody knows, I will release, like once I build this, I'll stick all this back onto GitHub. So if anybody wants to build a NEMA 17 Tridex, the STLs will be there, but I won't have step files because I'm useless and I don't know how to do that. Okay, so those are done. You can see all those screws are countersunk nicely. Much better than these are for some reason. Well, maybe not. Those are fine. That's on there solid. So first I need to take a M530. And thread it up through the bottom here. And the reason that is we don't want the head sticking up over because the motor has to go over that part. So the motor, not the motor, the gear goes on the other side on this one. So instead of having like this, we're going to be able to put everything on first, and then we'll be able to hold it on with this. Another stack here. And that one plugs in, no problem, and this one just screwed down. Good to go. Okay, now this is where we might have a problem. Because I should have put a screw in first. They don't have the new overhangs for the screw holes, for the bolt holes in this Trident. Oh no, actually no, they might have. I made these. So my overhangs might be bad. I didn't do the layered overhangs. Which I could have. I've done it before. Okay. That's not gonna work. Don't do that. You don't want to stab yourself. You thought after that point it'd be like, oh yeah, you're good now. No. My hands are getting sore. No! Okay, well, I'm not gonna worry about it. It all has to come apart anyway. So, yeah, that's right. I had to put, because for some reason, yeah, that's the wrong size screw. For some reason, the right size screws were too short. So I thought I'll fix that, and I did by putting a washer under the wrong side screw. But now this is a thing. It's just a Creality motor. That scraping sounds just normal. You know, I can spin it with my hand, but it won't let me take it out. There we go. So yeah, if I end up reprinting these in purple or something to make changes like on the bolt the layout, because the bolt and stuff like that, where the threads are, because I could easily put the threads in there. I'd fix this. So I'm going to put the short bolt in there, and then the long ones I'm going to put diagonal from each other, because I'm short a 3mm screw bolt as well. And not really, I have a whole thing full of them, but right here I am. So yeah, I guess I never showed off the final, not the final print, or yeah, I guess it was the final print, because I haven't tried any further. From the the switch wire with the MMU on it. I'm gonna go grit that. It's just over here, so. So yeah, that ended up with being the end result. There's some overhand crap, but I think it turned out pretty good. I did try to start printing it in ASA in the proper, you know, the Blink Fox colors, the dark blue and white and black, but I could not get ASA printing. Okay, so here we go. We got our motor, we got our gear. Our gear has to go to the top. Let's get the flat right. This is not the way to do this. But again, like I said, the motors need to be swapped when I get the new motors anyway. Damn, that bit is so worn. There we go. There we go. Sorry. Just being stupid. So I think the idea, or at least my idea, is to put a plug on the end of these. So right now I'm just going to get some wires. We're going to solder on some wires at a certain length. Leave it at that. And then I can attach anything I want to it. Stay there. Wires. Where do wires live? Those are awfully large wires. 20, 24, that's 24, that's 24. I'm just going to refer to the manual, because, you know, why get it wrong? I know I said earlier I don't need the manual. I'm so smart that I don't need the manual, but I think I need the manual. Tridex. Yeah, okay. I haven't done this stuff in so long. Don't need a crimper. Green handles. It's got green handles. That's all you gotta remember. Okay, power. I have some power somewhere. I gotta remember where everything is again. Why would it all be in there? Wouldn't I just leave it there? Yeah, that's what you would do. You would just leave it there. Of course. Who would think anything else? Okay, where's the other switch? Oh, I know where the other switch is. Okay, let's do it this way. Did you see me in Nero stream? No, you didn't. Not me. Okay, what should be long enough there? I think that should be long enough. Get some heat shrink tape. See, that's why I hate these things. Come on, really? You're wire cutters. It's literally what you are. Wire cutters and snips. And my side cutters are better. Not, yeah, they're side cutters. And they're not for that at all. Must have been my twin. Thing is, I've watched Nero's video and I don't know, I'll have to watch it again. But I guess I wouldn't, you know, be thinking I'd see myself there, so I wasn't. I should not be doing that. I'm like handling solder and then taking a drink. It is lead-free solder, but still. Ooh, that was messy. Not messy bad, it just didn't come off in one piece. I fixed it. Okay. Hey Justin, I will be running, I was thinking Revos. Well, let's just say I've printed the mounts for Revos. I've had pretty good luck with the Revo in my Trident. Like, it's been a pretty solid print extruder. So I'm hoping it'll work just as well in a stealth burner as it did in a afterburner. Okay. Let's go straight for the side cutters. So yeah, dual Revos on this. That's the plan. I'm, you know, there's certain places where I don't care to, you know, cheap out, or you know, like everything has a Dragon or a Revo on it right now. I've been pretty happy with that. It's been pretty consistent. All my printers, easy filament changes. You know, I never have clogs. Like I truly don't even know what a clog is. Well, maybe I do. 0.1 V0.1 clogs a bit, but other than that, you know, I don't have any problems like that at all with these tool heads. So I looked at the price. It was $119 for the Revo, and $109 for the Dragon. So I figured, you know, I may as well just jump in and grab the Revo. So I did. Well, I didn't. So that's what I'm planning on doing. No purchase has been made yet, only plastic printed. I'm holding off on the purchase. Okay, that can go away. Now the next tool is the heat shrink tool. Where heat shrink? Where heat shrink? I know I saw that thing somewhere, and I'm like, hey, I'll just throw it here. Because why would I need it? I don't think this will fit. No. Whatever. Yeah, it could even run different nozzle sizes if you can do that. Big giant nozzle for the support material. Yeah. Or yeah, just keep the one nozzle for... Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, really. You know, it's not, this is a more serious dual or multi-material printer than that guy there and the other guy in the other room and all the other multi-material printers I chose to mess with, because I don't know. I don't get why I want to print multi-material so much. I'm just down here doing stuff. So I guess I will have to go and order some dissolvable supports. But you know, this is going to take me 2 months to build, so it's not like I'm going to rush into it and like a normal build, like a kid build. Excuse me. This is completely 100% self-sourced, so. Because there is no kit that combines a Trident IDEX and a Hydra bed. It doesn't exist. Okay, so we have 2 tool heads. Not tool heads, 2 drive motors. Oh, sorry, I got tool head on the brain. Damn, when silicone wire is a problem. There we go. I think I want it that way, but I think we'll end up changing it as is required. So we're gonna have to run a couple of self-tapping screws into there, but that looks like it'll work. So yeah, this time I printed everything but one piece on the Trident. That all worked out really well, I think. I didn't have any problems with anything other than the Hydra parts. And, you know, Trident prints so beautifully. That's the one with the Revo on it. Okay, there we go. We got our X switches, end stop switches installed. I just need to find something to screw them down with so they don't uninstall themselves. Oh no, those are not, nothing in here is tapping. All those are like just M2s and stuff like that. It's all print stuff. Button head M5s, socket M5s. Ooh, what do we got here? What do we got? Oh no, those are insets. Where could you be now? Where do you live? Where? Oh, there you are. So we want these. These are M2 by 10 self-tapping screws, but they're not Phillips screw heads, which usually comes with the Voron kits, even though it's not supposed to be. Just complaining about Voron kits. I'm not really complaining about anything. Just babbling. Okay, so what's going on here? What's going on here? Like literally, you're a self-tapping screw that just doesn't want to tap. Okay, let's try a different one. Because, you know. Okay, that worked perfectly. Reminds me of Klicky. Sorry. We'll try the screw that didn't work again. Yeah, I don't know what went wrong. there we go. We got 2 complete drive units. Ta-da! Now, I gotta get all this stuff out of the way. For all we need is here and here. M5s and roll in thingy things. Yeah, I might need those later. Okay, time to bring the frame back. Yeah. They go fast enough though. Like my you know, Chinese things, they like, it's a Vividino. What was it? What's the other thing they call themselves? A little more known. Yeah. That's the other one. So I've got 2 Chinese kits, 3 Chinese kits if you include the V0, and they're pretty solid. Well, one of them's got almost 2,000 hours of printing on it, though I haven't been printing as much on it lately. But the other one, yeah, whatever. I'm happy with them. Now, let's get these on here roughly how they're going to be. Let's move the camera up so everybody can see that I've got a thing like this now. Okay, now I'm gonna not do that, and we're gonna get some rolling nuts in there first. Okay, but yeah, that looks like it's gonna be solid. So you need 5mm. Okay, these are all 5s. 4. Oh, we need a shitload of them. I'm just gonna grab a bunch. I just want to make sure that they're not missing a ball. Yeah, the Switchwire Red is an LDO kit. What was the thing that there's one thing about the LDO kit that just bugged the hell out of me. I can't remember what it was, so it couldn't have been that bad, right? No, oh yeah, the tool headboard. The tool headboard and the cover, it still bugs the hell out of me. Drives me crazy. No, that's wrong. Yeah, so the wire cover for a lot of these things are not, they're not ideal. This is going to be nice because this, I'm not using CAN bus exactly, but I am going to use a tool head board with USB. It does support CAN bus as well, but I'm more interested in the USB. It'll be installed as a clipper device or a clipper MCU. So that'll be nice. The only thing I'm going to have to do is run power. And I'm just going to have to run power and a USB cable. Then the octopus. I was going to go with the Manta board and do all that, and I'm like, you know, everybody I talk to or who's done it has said, oh, and yeah, the wire Wi-Fi isn't working properly, or yeah, you know, that USB add-on thing, it has problems, it keeps on doing something. I've just heard way too many negative things about it to jump on quite yet. I know a year ago I would have been right on it. Wouldn't have even thought twice. But, you know, money's not free anymore. Okay, you know what? You know what? Yeah, the gray and the orange, I'm quite happy with it. It is kind of too bad that neither Polymaker or Polymaker's site on Amazon, or you know, the Polymaker store on Amazon has any orange ABS left. And if you look carefully, you can see there's a split. That's where I ran out of orange. I wish I had more orange. But yeah, so the purple might be working its way in. I don't know where, but I'm going to try to stick to the gray if I can. Because the orange, the accents are there. I did do this, which, you know, one tool head, two tool head, gray orange, orange gray. I guess I could have a solid orange one and a solid gray one if I wanted. But I gotta get over the whole thing of being about the colors and all this. You know, like that's one thing about my printers. It's just, they start off being, oh, I gotta make them look all nice, and you know, in the long run, really all you want is a usable printer. Though I keep my the Can I order from the US Polymaker site? I don't know, I haven't checked. You know, the whole Polymaker Canada site, since that whole thing came about, I haven't been able to buy any ABS. They only have like 2-3 colors on Amazon and only 3 or 4 colors in their store. It's been since they've done the Canadian supplier. But I think the biggest problem is the, you know, the same problem that Nero brings up all the time. Yeah, I live in Canada, so in order for a Polymaker to send me stuff from their US store, it costs an unbelievably stupid amount of money to ship it here. When they have it, if they have it in the Amazon store, it's free shipping. It's not free ABS. You know, so it's a real, it's really hard to say, oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna pay for this. This, you know, $60 worth of shipping for 3 rolls of filament. I know they have free shipping over a certain amount on the Canadian site. So that'll be nice. I'm not complaining or anything. I'm just, you know, just seems to be the fact right now that there's not a lot of that stuff in stock. And I know 3D printing has become insanely popular over the last few years. And I think things like the Bamboo X1 and printers like that have made ABS printing so much more accessible than it was. Like even when I started, like I literally printed my first printer in a tent. I was thinking that the other day too. You know, the V2.4 was printed in a Creality or a Comgrow printer tent. Those are too short. And took multiple months to print. Yeah, Sparta's got a lot of colors. I like Sparta. I've got some sparkle fluorescent. The V2 is printed in that now. Oh yeah, they don't. Yeah, it's not the American part of the shipping to Canada that's the expensive part. It's the Canadian part of the shipping to Canada that's the expensive part. Yeah, it's a Canadian government corporation making sure that Canadians can't have nice stuff. Oh yeah, and I can't complain about the price of Sparta either. Unless you're buying an LDO printer. But then they're expensive everywhere, so that's not Sparta's fault. $2,000 for a 350 kit. $2,000. Don't worry, it's not real dollars, it's Canadian dollars. Oh yeah, see, I'm not saying that the Canada Post is so poorly run is the problem. It's not any problem other than that. It's not because they're a government thing that this is the way it is. I don't know if this is going to work. It's not going to work. Oh, that did though. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Okay, so these can be tightened. Yeah. That's $2,000 Canadian. So, yeah. Okay, I need that bolt in first. And that bolt is one of these bolts. Oh yeah, it's still insanely expensive, yeah. Now they do, you're gonna get free shipping on that. So if you had to pay for the shipping, you'd be literally talking another, you know, $300 on top of that. Okay, so there we go. We now have in our hand, I now have, we is kind of like just like a, you know, statement to be inclusive. A Trident with a dual extruder setup, dual extruder motor setup, running NEMA 17s instead of NEMA 14s. I am excited. Can't you tell? Sorry. So now, we install the rails. Where install rails to? Hey rails, where you go? Okay. Okay, maybe we should look at this and this doohickey. Aha! Aha! Okay, so remember, yeah, okay, so now I'm really sad. Okay, we've run into a little bit of a problem. So remember I said, we were talking earlier, and I went on about how NEMA 14 motors were so expensive that it would be literally $240 for a set of 4 motors. Canadian. Plus shipping. No, actually, no, that wouldn't have been plus shipping. It would have been fine. So what I did is I went and I remodeled, not remodeled. I went and I got the CAD and I made different mounts. So now there's a thing such as this. There's this thing. This is a NEMA 17. It's upside down right now. Mount for the motors. But in order to do that, hey Klicky, welcome to the stream. So yeah, in order to do that, what happened is I had to pull this out. So basically, how can I do this? How can I do this? I can do this like this. That's probably not a good idea. So yeah, in order to do this, you see this motor's right against here. I couldn't move this left and right, I could only move it front to back. So I moved it up 2.5 centimeters. So as you can imagine, the things are 2.5 centimeters too big, which means that I'm going to have to basically cut out 2.5 centimeters from the back of these. Like, I don't mean like, you know, well, maybe I do, maybe I do, maybe I do. Maybe I do. So yeah, there's the options. We can cut a little piece of plastic off here, or we can we can cut these hardened steel rails. So you see that? It's just, there's no cutting there, it's just shiny. I tried to cut a steel rail and it just basically made it shiny. Yeah, so we won't be cutting the rails. That's not gonna happen. What is gonna happen though is I am going to cut these. The more I think about it, the more I think I'm gonna cut them. And the reason being, damn, am I that pale? I'm not that pale. Don't be pale. What? What's going on? Like seriously, camera. Like really. I adjust it all, and then the light changes, and then I'm all pale. Oh well, I guess I did just... No mic, no mic. No mic? It says there's sound. Okay, maybe it just, I don't know what it did. I don't know what it did. So. Oh, I know what it was. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's right. That would make sense. I shouldn't have gone to that screen. That was just for checking out the cam. I'm gonna have to figure out how this is gonna work, because as far as I can tell, I'm gonna have to move this into here and move that in, or I can just cut this bottom off and don't use it at all. But whatever the case may be, I need a bunch of 3 millimeter these things. And I mean like a whole bunch of them. Because no matter what, I'm putting these rails on. You see what I mean? It's literally like I could shave it off with a X-Acto knife. Now let's just get them all in there. I don't think I will shave them off with an X-Acto knife. I'll probably use my Dremel and just cut the front off the edge of them. I don't want to reprint them, and I remodel them and reprint them. That is like the last thing I want to do, because I don't have any more orange. And that would make me so, you know, distraught. You know, like somewhere here, these need to double up. not double up. Now you gotta find the things. I don't know where the things are. By the things, I mean the... tool to center these. I didn't print new ones because I was like, oh yeah, I got a million of those. Oh, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. I see you there. You are perfectly aligned. No! No, how? Like, seriously. Here, why don't we just go and take this and just like throw it in the garbage, because for some reason it won't allow a 3 millimeter screw into it, which is its only purpose in life. Oh, that one doesn't have a ball. Great. Oh well. Oh, not you too. No, good. That was me. That I'm okay with. Yeah, that's what those are. Wow. Oh, that's the afterburner, or yeah, afterburner from Switchwire Red. That's a Space 1999 Eagle that I have not glued together yet. My buddy was supposed to paint that, and I just never gave it to him. So we're just looking for 2 gray pieces of plastic. You're not there. Wouldn't be in there, that would be silly. So where would they be? These are mostly tools. Wow. So it's got to be in here. It's not, strangely enough, it's not. No, I need one of those batteries. Oh, there's more of them. They're all over the place. Those batteries, not what we're looking for. Of course. Well, 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 well. What now? Well, I think I just continue along, pretending everything's okay. We'll just pretend everything's fine. Yeah, I can picture them. There's black ones and gray ones. The black ones are for 9mm, the gray ones are for 12. And they're in a bag together. They've been in there for so long, they might have had 4mm children. These are not the same ones that I'm imagining. The gray ones were printed for the original 2.4. I don't know what these are for. I might have printed these, no. Oh yeah, this might have been what was used to mount the front rail on the Switchwire Red. And here we go. So I think where this one is really going to get interesting is once we start working on the kinematics, the putting the belts on and everything like that for the motion system. I think one more, but I don't know. Okay, there we go. So I don't think that I'm going to go any further on the kinematics, on the motion system today. What I think I'm going to do is try to get the bottom part of the frame on. Not the bottom part of the frame, but the Z. And I noticed that this rail is not quite as shiny as that one. They're bought at the same time for the same build. These were on my on Excalibur, or not Excalibur. Was it called Excalibur? No, it was called. I can't remember what it was called. Okay, so we need now one of these and one of these. Oh, I guess we don't need those anymore. Whoops. Smashy, smashy, smashy. I don't think that's right. I think this one goes on this side. Really? Ah! Nine C's. $12H. Nine C, 12H. So that's going to reduce the travel too, but no big deal. Did I mix up the rails? No, I didn't mix up the rails. No, these are nines on here. But I don't have nines. I wasn't going to buy any new ones. I wasn't even thinking about it when I went to do it. So I'm just going to have to rejig these so these holes are further apart and these are further out. Well, 1.2 centimeters instead of, I think that's it. Might not be quite it. But that's fine. That's fine. I can definitely redo those. Yeah, see, I don't know if they're going to be the same though, because these slot into the Y. These aren't Trident parts. These are Tridex parts. So yeah, that's fine though. I'm no big deal. No big deal at all. Damn. Okay, we're gonna make it look all chunky. I don't have enough screws of that size. So we're going to use a socketed. And some Rollantinas. Those will do just fine. It just doesn't seem as solid as the Trident mount, because the Trident mount, yeah, the Trident mounts are like beasts. They're like way thicker. The motor mounts on the Trident for the Z, way thicker. So now the other problem that we've had, that I'm gonna have to deal with at some point. Ask if they can sponsor me one roll of orange. Yeah, I'm not likely to do that. So these, I had a hell of a time printing these, but the first thing you're going to notice is that they're not made to go on 2020, they're made to go on 2040. So I thought, okay, well, we'll just adjust the entire world around these and make things different. But then the discovery was made that these, which need to go like here, and they don't quite fit. What? Did I? Why didn't it tell me? It's just literally us. Sorry, if yeah, thanks so much. I did not see that. Thanks, Justin. Thanks. Sorry, I've had Bert's $20 thing going across the screen forever. And it shows it on the screen, but it's supposed to actually tell me when somebody leaves a tip. And it just says, you have no stream activity. Thank you so much. But yeah, yeah, I'll see what I can do. You know, even oranges, if like even the gray, I went to go, oh, I have another gray. But I went and compared them, they were completely different. So I'll see if what I can find from Polymaker from other stores and see if I can get the orange. Because it would really be nice to finish this off in pure orange and gray. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to have to trim that. 2.5 millimeters off the edge of that. And that'll take care of that. So I'm not going to worry about those right now. We're not going to worry about these right now. We're going to talk about the Z. So, the Z. You saw it here. You saw it here today. These are 2040s, and the rails mount to the inside of the 40, which doesn't actually exist here. See? Doesn't exist. It exists here. So these are designed to go like that and like that. And the rails for Hydra come up on the inside of here. So as you can imagine, we're not doing that. What we're doing is what would you call this? You would call it an engineered solution, AKA a hack. So we're gonna hack this. And what we're gonna do is when I go to cut these pieces out of those, I'm also gonna cut some 300 millimeter ones. And they're gonna be mounted on the inside here. I'll put screws, I'll basically blind mount them to roll-in T-nuts. Or just cut stuff down. Well, so the problem I'm running into is that it's not really a matter of cutting stuff down, because the build of the Hydra is going to expect this to be on the inner rail. So I'm going to take, you know, something Sorry for all the noise. So yeah, I'm just gonna basically take one of these, cut them to 300. We're gonna attach them on the inside here. And then yeah, with the right one, this will get basically built in like that. Not with this here, because this will block the idlers. But cut to the right length, it should be perfect. And that'll work just fine. There'll be no problems with that at all. And that way the Hydra motion system doesn't interfere with this. The Trident idlers don't interfere with Hydra. Everybody's interfering with everybody. Just won't let them live their own lives. I gotta, you know, Hydra's Trail and Trident want to do. Come on. I know you can do it. There we go. And I guess, in a way, these are also working around that little corner bracket that's in the bottom of the case for the frame. For E5. Ender 5, sorry. But you know, that's the other good thing about this build. It allows me to do my own thing as well. And you know, expand on what's available in the community. Like I said, I will release all this stuff. Other people will be able to put NEMA 2020, NEMA 2020, NEMA 2020. Where's my brain tonight? I swear, I'm just scatterbrained. I had such a, I wouldn't say productive day at work, but a good day at work. I don't know what productive is anymore. It's nothing about what you produce, I know that. So yeah. Hindsight 2020. Okay. I almost wish I had carbon steel bolts. Be cool if they're all black and orange and I don't know. Those are the things that don't matter that much, I guess. So yeah, that's awesome. Justin, I'm going to take that and I'm going to go find out where I can find some orange filament, polymaker filament, and I'm going to order myself a roll. And I'm not going to worry about the shipping. I am so grateful for that. And I do, you know, nobody really knows the circumstance, not that it was a bad circumstance, that I moved under. But yeah, so you know, all this is new. Like I had, in my old place, I would have been able to pull out that saw and I could have cut those, we could have cut those extrusions tonight. There was a lot more that we could have done if I was still living there. When it comes to this, especially. Yeah, this, I'm kind of glad this has gone to this level now. I felt before when I was going to build it into the frame of the 2.4. Uh-oh. I was feeling, I had this like very hacky feeling about it. And it would have ended up being such an inconsequential printer in the long run, I think. So I'm really glad that we moved up to a full Trident frame here. Okay, so you want me to pull it all apart and try again? Is that what you want me to do? Okay. What the hell? Like, there's no way that doesn't line up. Oh, now it doesn't line up. What's going on? Oh, I understand what's going on. They made the plastic thicker. I'm just spinning against the thing and it's not screwing into anything. Okay, there we go. I got it. Shit, I didn't get it. So those ones are too long. Oh no. I pushed all the other ones out of the way as I was doing that. Oh, gee, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna get this. There we go. Like nothing. Like nothing I've screwed up before. Okay, so let's just start this off with a couple of these. I'm like the worst cameraman. Might have to skip one of these. No. I'll get more bolts when I order the, so there's these ball magnets for Hydra that I need to order from China. They're not really my friends, they're just a seller on AliExpress, but whatever. I'll still order bolts from them. I don't think I can screw that down. I know what I can do. No, that would throw everything off. I was gonna say, I'll just grab black ones. Did the stream die? It could have. Definitely could have. I found my internet, well, though it's good, and you know, it doesn't normally hiccup. Occasionally just like goes away for like a second and then comes back. Like nothing happened. And if you ask it, it says, well, I don't know. It doesn't say anything actually, but whatever. Okay, so I don't know if I'm gonna put those big honking motors on there. I think, yeah, let's do it, let's do it. The Kuman motors. Then again, if I put these on here, this thing's suddenly a lot heavier than it was before. Maybe what I should do is install this first. I got the feet, but I need to put the frame on for the feet to work. Why was that in there? Get in there, get in there. It's in there now. It's in there good. And damn it, it's happy to be in there. What? What? Okay, what's going on? What's happened? Don't tell me. No. No, that's the same. So this isn't the piece I thought it was. This must be the piece for the frame, for the Z. So where is the piece? So we're looking for a little bit shorter piece. A little bit shorter than this. Okay. Now there's no lowering or anything that I did that should cause that. So again, I must have the wrong piece. That doesn't matter anymore though. Because, no, we want. If we're gonna use socket, we're gonna use socket. I think this is the last thing we're going to be able to do. And I still want to put an enclosure on this. I do want this to be set up for more high temperature stuff than you know, just PLA. I don't need another printer to print PLA. So there's going to be finding some local suppliers for stuff and things like that. I guess, you know, if I want a really heavy printer, I can put glass on it. But I don't know if I want a really heavy printer. And I guess the glass would... Again, the problem I ran into with cutting glass was that you can't cut inside cuts on glass too easy unless you want to pay a lot of money. And I wasn't willing to pay a lot of money. So these are our new motor feet. They're motors and they're feet at the same time right now. I do actually have feet to put on it, but that's going to come once the frame's printed. Or the skirt, sorry. And you know, I don't know about the skirt. I'm I'm thinking, I was thinking, I'll just throw a Trident skirt on it. I actually had the plates loaded up and everything ready to print. And then I started thinking that, you know, I don't know if I need that much of a skirt. I think it would be nice if it was just a little trim, like a trim skirt, like a mini skirt. A mini skirt, yes. That has a nice ring to it. It would be nice if it was a mini skirt. And not so thick. If I was going to have a backpack with the electronics in it, and just have the bottom big enough to hold power. There we go. It's hard to see. Now, there we go. Ta-da! It's still hard to see. It's just so huge. So yeah, I think we're gonna leave it there, and not necessarily because I've run. Oh God, that's awful. Oh, there we go. Sorry, they're just talking in here with those doors closed. It's like talking in an echo chamber. As soon as I open them, the echo goes away. It's weird. Yeah, so there we go. Oh, I didn't tighten that. I should probably tighten that. That is part of the XY motion system, part of the Z motion system. And next we're ready to put we're ready for the real motors for the top. I will get the, oh, look at that, huh? It's almost done, really. I will get the other stuff we require. I will get the things cut. We'll mount those. We'll get belts on here. Yeah. Lots to do. I'm hoping I haven't bitten off more than I can chew here. But I guess we're gonna find out. I don't expect to be throwing a bunch of money into this within the next month because I'm going to throw some money into my car. What I may do, if push comes to shove, I might just, you know, I'm seeing issues with the MGN 12s anyway, because of course they stick off the end. That's not good. Can't have that. I might have to either, yeah, I might have to buy a couple MGN 9 400mm rails, but that's fine. The rails, like, you know, the amount of money I was going to spend on rails on this thing was about $50. So throwing another 30 on top of that shouldn't be too bad if I can find them at a reasonable price. But yeah, so far so good. I'm really happy at how these turned out. I'm a little worried about the end stop, and I was really kind of hoping that we get these on today just to see, but I guess with that being MGN 9, one being MGN 12, I have a funny feeling we're going to be smacking into that before we get to that end stop. That 2.5 millimeters of adjustment I made earlier is going to come back and haunt me. So leaving this here, made great progress, I think. I'll straighten out the frame. You know, I might just save some of this for the next stream. I'll work towards getting the MDN 9 rails, and the I'll go out maybe this weekend and get all this metal cut. Even if I just went out and cut the metal, that would give me so much to do on this. Yeah. All good. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. It's been, it's always fun to have someone to chat with during the build. Someone who tells me when I'm doing it wrong, which is so often. And yeah, so next time, we know what we're doing. But again, no expectations for like it's going to be on Thursday or anything like that. I do want more than just motors to swap and stuff like that. So I'll see you guys in the next stream, whenever that might be. Later.